Alright, let's start by downloading Lua. I will be downloading 5.4.1 and let's get the latest release of Sol2 as well. In my case, this is 3.2.2 and I will grab the source code zip file. After downloading, let us create now a Visual Studio project. This will be a console application and we will name it Lua Sol2. Now, after this has been loaded up, let us open the folder of it. And let us create another directory here and we will call it externals. And this is the place we will be extracting the Lua source code to and the Sol2 headers as well. So let me create a folder called Lua and another one called Sol. And now we can extract the Lua source code into the Lua folder and the Sol2 headers into the Sol folder. And for this we go into the zip file under single include Sol. We need these three files over here. Now after this is done, let us now configure the solution. So first of all, I will remove the x86 configuration. And now let us add a new project and we will make it a static library and we will call it Lua. So this will be the place where we will put the Lua source code and we will compile it as a static library and we will link it into our Lua Sol2 project over here. So first let us remove the unnecessary files over here. We can just outright delete them and right click properties. And now we have to configure some things over here. So make sure that you also delete the Win32 from the platforms. For this, we click on Configuration Manager, Edit, and we remove the x86 platform. Yeah, and under the platform over here, we click Edit and we remove the Win32 as well. Like that. And now we have to configure some directories over here. So we want the output directory to be under the solution folder and we want to build it into a folder called build. And we don't need the platform. We will replace this with the project name. So the output folder will look like this. It will create a build folder. It will use the project name and then the configuration. So we will just copy this. And we will do the same for the intermediate output, except for we will call this intermediate. And one more thing we have to remove from the configuration is under C++ precompiled headers. We don't want to use precompiled headers and we will clear the precompiled header file here. Now we can add the source files over here. So add existing item, navigate to the externals, Lua, and now we need all the C files, except for the Lua c.c file, which we don't need. This is the Lua compiler and we don't need this to be part of the library. So we add this over here and we will do the same for the header files as well. And here we can include all of them. Build. And now, as you can see, the Lua library has been built successfully. And if we take a look into the folder itself, this is what it will look like. So we will have a folder called intermediate, and here it will place all the object files. And under build, Lua debug, it will place the lua.lib file. And now we need to link the Lua library inside of our project. And for this, we will need also to configure this. So same as for the Lua library, we will edit the output directory. And it also will be the build folder where we want to output it. And for the intermediates, we will do the same. We will call it intermediate. Now we will have to do some more things. So first of all, we don't want to use precompiled headers. We can clean this. Under C++ language, we want to set the C++ standard to C++17. And we want to deactivate the conformance mode. Otherwise, we will have problems compiling Sol2. Under linker, As an additional dependency, we want to link against the lua.lib file, and we will need to add it to the library directories, and we need to include the Lua and the Sol headers to the include directory. So we can do this like that. We add a new entry, so it is in our solution directory. It is under folder externals. And this is how we include the Lua and the Sol headers. And as of Sol 3.2.2, we have to include Lua like this, so that the lua.hpp file is accessible through the root. And as for the library directory, we will use the solution directory build, and we want to include the Lua library, so we'll pass Lua in here. And now we should be able to build it successfully. And yes, indeed it works. And now we should also be able to include the Lua HPP file and the Sol header. And now we can create the Sol state, call it Lua, hit build, and uncompile it successfully. And also one thing we need to do is we need to add the build dependencies. So you do this by right-clicking, build dependencies, project dependencies, and then you want to depend on the Lua library. So this way, whenever you clean this project and you want to build the application, it will automatically rebuild the Lua library first. So to recap, what we did is we created a new solution file. We added two projects. One project is the Lua library, which we compile statically, and the other project is our application, which links against the Lua library. And that's it. See you in the next one.